We're continuing our crock pot chronicles, and this is our Christmas showdown. And we're going to show you how to make crock pot dishes, because it's winter time, it's cold, and we're going to show you how to put it in the crock pot, set it and forget it. And I'm going to let Miss D tell you what we're going to make.
We will be making tortilla soup with beef. So we're going to make beef tortilla soup, more like birria. So we're going to be stewing the beef in the crock pot and then adding all the goodies. So to make the first thing, which is the birria, you're going to need chilies, onion, garlic. All I did was put it on the pan, sprayed them, and put them under the broil to get a nice char on everything. And we're going to throw all of this in the blender so that we could put it over our beef. So that's the first step to making the tortilla soup. Not chicken tortilla soup, but birria tortilla soup. We will be back to show you the next step. So the first thing you're going to do for your beef is you are going to quarter it. You want to cut it down to not all the way down, but just enough for all the flavor to get in. And you just want to quarter it. You want to quarter it. Whatever type of roast, whatever type of beef cut you have, you just want to quarter it just like that. And that's so all the seasonings set in, and so it's easy to break apart. And then you just, excuse me, grandmother, you just set that right in your crock pot like so. And so now whatever seasonings you give it, it's gonna take. Yeah, so I let the onions go a little longer. So I put the onions in. So what I call this is Blaxican birria, because my seasonings, I put my own little twist to the seasonings. If you have pozole mix, use that in this. It'll be great, promise. But I call it Blaxican because it's seasoning how we season our tacos, okay? Taco seasoning. I usually use Lori's taco seasoning, but Winco has a pretty good one too. But yes, cumin. And you're gonna just eyeball how your flavor, how you like your tacos. Now salt, again, that's gonna be preference, or if you're just using water, or if you're using broth. Again, I like my taco meat seasoned and seasoned well. Then I have some beef broth.
Action.
So now we have everything added. We have about 6 cups of broth, and you can use water if you like. Everything is to your discretion on how you make your paste, but we're basically going to make a paste to go over the beef now. Now we're going to bring the beef back over, and we're going to pour our mixture over. Almost forgot an important measure when you're making this, is you're going to need a strainer. because whenever you use the chilies, as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff just floating in there. It's all the goodies, but we don't want all the goodies. We want all the goodies out. We just want the flavor of the goodies, but we don't actually want those goodies. So the reason we use the strainer is this. After you blend all of this stuff up,
Action.
so this is the finished sauce over the meat. If you like, you can leave the beef in the fridge overnight, just like this. You could pop your whole crock pot insert in the fridge just like this and just let it marinate and let all of these good flavors penetrate the beef, and then the next morning before work you can just put your lid on, slide it in your insert like so, and you're ready to go. But if you don't want to, you can do how we're doing today, where we didn't marinate it the night before, and you can just let it go. So, if you guys want to come over into the pot with me. Now it's fell off the bone. You guys remember it was a roast. Now it's fell all apart, as you can see. So that's how we make the birria, the stewed beef. Now to the beef, we are going to add black beans, 1 can of fire roasted tomatoes. You guys want to do the rotel tomatoes with the green chilies? That's awesome too. Or if you guys want to roast them fresh, great. Corn. So we started this off as just basically a stewed beef with the chilies, but now we're building flavor, we're adding flavor to make it into a soup. Now if you just want to stop at that first step and use that meat for tacos, enchiladas, or just eat it straight out over some rice, you have that. This is a 2-in-1 recipe. Right, Grandma?
Right,
Just got a deal.
right.
This video, you learn 2 recipes in 1. But see, we're taking it up one more step and we're adding everything else. Now, me, because I love onion and garlic and all the aromatics, I know we already blended some up for the broth and the base, but I also would like some throughout my soup with the rest of my veggies. I did a little red onion, about 2 tablespoons, and about a tablespoon of garlic, freshly minced. You can use the jar stuff at this point if you like to. And we are just going to let this cook for the last hour with all the ingredients in it. So if you guys want to come back to the pot again and see how it looks, this is going to be the last step before we finish. So that's the last step before we do our taste test, and we will be back to show you guys how we garnish the top of our crock pot tortilla soup.
Come back. Now we're wrapping up our
Tortilla soup
tortilla soup
in the crock pot.
in the crock.
Action.
Now the last thing that we're gonna do for tortilla soups, we can't forget the tortillas. We're gonna fry these up, but don't worry, if you don't want to use your stove at all and you only want to use this crock pot, just use tortilla chips. Just use the Tostitos, the scoops, whatever you like, crush them up and put them right over the top. Now this is just some oil. For some reason it's tending to go on the other side of the pot, but all you want to do is just drop your tortilla strips right in the oil. Just put them over a paper towel so that the oil can drain off of them. So now we're going to be doing our final touch. We're going to be adding our tortilla strips. Add as many as you like. We're going to be adding our tortillas and our cheese. Yum, 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 yum. Right over the top. You guys can add green onion, cilantro, whatever you like to your garnish. We're adding our tortillas and cheese. And Grandma is going to do the honors of a taste test.
Okay, let's have a taste test. Smells delicious.
Well, what do you think?
It's a must try.
How simple was that?
Very simple. Very easy. Very delicious for this time of year.
Happy eating to you.
Remember, I have a cookbook. Dathys, Mississippi Soul Food. If you order one, I will autograph it and send it to you by return mail. Order several. Order them for your friends for the holiday. Okay, all right? And my seasoning, I have seasoning also. This is celery sea salt. This is celery and sea salt. All right? And this right here is Grandma Dathys garlic herb seasoning. It's 5 herbs, okay, in this one. So this will absolutely make your food kick it up a notch. Okay, all right. And if you want to send it to someone for the holiday and you want me to do the work, the legwork, I'll do all the work. All you got to do is let me know. And my website is Dathys Kitchen. Okay, Dathys Kitchen. Teamwork makes the dream work. So let's be a team. Okay, all right. I'm gonna be listening out for you. Okay.